Okay, for fans of the podcast, there we go. PlayStation 3, Last of Us bundle. I got screwed on this. Let me explain my PlayStation dilemma. If you've been paying attention, which I realize that, you know, nobody's trying to be that hardcore, but this section has slowly decreased each video as this section has grown bigger. Why? This thing's full. Bought a PS3. First one I ever got, yellow light, dead. Okay. To be fair, the first Xbox I bought and it red ringed. So, alright. Next, I buy another PlayStation. This one I got from Shane. He was selling his, so I bought his. And Shane, he turned into one of those people where every time somebody came over, he had to be like, "Oh, you like that? You like playing PS3 over at Bill's? So the only reason you're playing PS3 is because I sold it to him. If I hadn't sold it to him, congratulate me." And I got so tired of hearing it that I sold that fucking thing. I fucking sold it. I was done with the fucking PS3 because don't you fucking hate it when your friends do that dumb shit? But I sold it, okay? Now after I sold it, I bought another one. This one did a pretty good job for me, but it started having like these weird issues. I don't know how to explain it. It was almost like a lag, like the Blu-ray was getting funny. But then I figured out what was happening. I got an update on the firmware. And when this happened, it screwed up the Blu-ray drive. Slowly but surely, well, almost overnight. It started out as kind of like a lag problem the first day. It happened when I bought this game, Final Fantasy X and X-2 HD. I put it in, and there was an update. So I got the update. I used the update. Now after I got the update, the thing was kind of laggy and funny like the rest of the night. Like, the game didn't quite play as well as I thought, and I was like, what is wrong with this? So then I switched off and I watched some Star Trek Blu-ray, and it was running kind of funny, and I was like, what is going on? Now the next morning I woke up, I put in Final Fantasy X, I went to the loading screen, and all of a sudden, it just died. The whole system just flatlined, basically. The system still works digitally. It's the one that my friend Nick uses now. Nick uses my PlayStation 3, my old one, because all it is now is a digital system. I put in that game, got their firmware update, it destroyed my Blu-ray drives. Now, when I tried to contact them, I was out of warranty, so I was going to have to pay an awful lot of money, and I didn't want to do it. And it just so happened that I was dealing with a new issue anyway, where after a while you've used your system and the hard drive space gets less and less and less, and you need more hard drive space. So I was excited to hear that this was out. I'd never played The Last of Us. Nick wanted a PS3 like crazy, and Nick was willing to help me buy it. So I got this, and it was a mistake, because this fucking thing is still sitting on the floor over there. It worked for 1 week, and then something went wrong with the power situation, Evidently, where you plug into the back of the system, the power thing is screwed up. I don't understand exactly what's going on here, but it's somehow screwed up, and the system will be on for like 2 minutes, maybe, sometimes only like 3 seconds, sometimes 4 hours, and then it will just turn off. It'll just automatically shut off. Now, I've looked up a whole bunch of things on YouTube, and I've talked to different people, and from what I understand, this is a screw up in these super slim systems. These super slim systems have some sort of problem where I don't know if it's like a power converter or what it is. I really don't understand. Okay, I'm not an electrician, but there's a screw up where these things, they don't overheat, they have a power malfunction. And there's only like one way to fix it, and it's a mechanical problem, and you have to actually go in and fix it. Now, I got a hold of Sony, and basically, this is what they told me. Said that I just bought it from GameStop, and that it was messing up, and that I wanted it replaced. So they told me, send it to GameStop. For the first year, it's still under GameStop's warranty. GameStop will replace it. Well, I went to GameStop. They didn't have another one of these. But they were willing to downgrade me to the less hard drive that I just got rid of. So I'm like, well, I don't want that either. So I called them back up. And Sony tells me, is there a repair shop in your area? You could send it to them. Now, they didn't offer to pay for it. They just offered to have me send it in to somebody that could fix it so that it would be fixed. So you know what? I'm down to my last possibilities here with this fucking system. And I have invested so much time and so much money into my PS3 collection that I won't do it again. I will not do it again. I have a friend who thinks he can fix that. And if he can't fix it, there's a local shop here that can fix it in my area. So I'm going to send it to him. He'll take a quick look at it. If he doesn't want to mess with it, they'll fix it. And once it's fixed, I will not be building this part of the section nearly the way I was. Earlier in the show, the PS3 section was so big that it's the reason I started doing this. I had to start separating things by how I beat them and what I still needed to play. That was the reason for creating this system here. Because standing like this, I could get more on the shelf than standing across. Across took up this entire middle shelf. All the way across it. I will not make that mistake again. I have slowly transferred every single one of these games that I could. Sorry, you guys know I'm not super professional. That was my ringtone on my phone. But here, I've slowly changed all this over to 360 games, and this is all my Xbox and 360, and wherever I could with the Wii and Wii U, and I've slowly just dwindled this down. Now I'm keeping games like Tales of Grace, Tales of Exalia, and things like that because I do want to play my PS3, but I will never reinvest the amount that I invested before. And this is not a bash on Sony because my PlayStation 2 is probably the largest piece of my entire collection. It's another one of those that I had to do this sideways thing because it literally spanned the entire shelf. And then I still have games over here that are PS2 also that haven't even been added. Dang, there's that thing again. Somebody really wants to talk to Bill. And I also have a bunch of them sitting down here, which are games that are untested for the PS2. That's my largest collection. Now, we do have a lot more to get to, but I just wanted to get it out of the way that is why this PS3 has been getting the kind of attention that it gets from me lately. If you guys do listen to the podcasts ever, you'll notice that quite often they'll make a reference and they're just trying to get me riled up, and a good portion of the time I will tirade on how pissed off it makes me that this is not the only time Sony has done this. Their customer service is fucking terrible. Okay? It's fucking terrible and disrespectful. Next, their systems are built like garbage. After the PS2, every PS3 I ever fucking bought was some kind of piss. It was just built like shit. Now, I'm sorry. I liked my PS3, and I'm sure once I get it working again, I will like it again, because I think it is the primary system for fighting games. And since I play fighting games, that's what I use it for. It also has a lot better RPGs than the Xbox or the Wii or the Wii U. So I would really like to get my PS3 working again, but as it sits right now, the thing is the heaviest and most expensive paperweight I have ever owned in my entire collection of paperweights, in which I only own one, the PS3.